The multitude of letters that arrive here from all over the world bears witness to this. They do little more than complain about the miseries that flood mankind. In view of this, I've become convinced that only myself and the little group who, as myself, had the good fortune of consecrating themselves to our Lord, are the only happy people on earth. This quotation from a December 29, 1955 letter of the authentic Sister Lucy to a friend of her Carmel indicates that great joy she felt at being a Carmelite. Her acts of self-denial and her belief that, as a Carmelite, she was to crucify her own life along with the life of our Lord Jesus Christ, provides us with great hope that her own martyrdom, taken down by the enemies of Holy Mother Church, would be a proper fulfillment of her mission given to her at Fatima in 1917 by Our Lady. It is not without significance that the last vision in the cova was of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. Her appearance followed Our Lady, our Lord, and Saint Joseph as they would be seen in the joyful and sorrowful mysteries. Our Lady of Mount Carmel stood for the glorious mysteries. The brown scapular of the Carmel was to be Sister Lucia's holy livery, in which she served as her messenger until she was taken from us by evil men and replaced by an impostor who would totally transform her message and reputation until it was a caricature of her many visions of our Lord and Lady formed it to be. Let us not waste the deep spiritual witness that permeates these last known letters of the real Sister Lucy of Fatima. Signed, Dr. Peter Hojnowski. Read here the last authentic correspondence of Sister Lucy of Fatima before the forgeries began. Bring a handkerchief with you when you read them. I cannot bring myself to comment on such holy thoughts." Unquote. Dr. Hojnowski, founder of Sister Lucy Truth. To Father Superior, Coimbra, December 29, 1955. Reverend Father Superior, only today am I able to answer your letter and thank you for the good news. I hope that you have been feeling better and that you have felt the help of our Lord in the works of the apostolate that is entrusted to you. Difficulties grow everywhere, and that is why we need the help of the divine grace in order to obtain something that is good. May Our Lady, as a loving mother, watch over us and help us all. The multitude of letters that arrives here from all over the world bears witness to this. They do little more than complain about the miseries that flood mankind. In view of this, I become convinced that only myself and the little group who, as myself, had the good fortune of consecrating themselves to our Lord, are the only happy people on earth. It is not that one does not live without a cross, because this is part of being the chosen people. But if it is carried with love, it becomes a treasure of appreciable value, which, in fact, none of those who follow Christ wants to lose. I don't know if you have ever seen the cell of a Carmelite. In each cell there is a wooden cross without the statue. It is so that, following the example of Jesus, she should be crucified on it in order to follow him step by step to Calvary, where she must suffer and die with him for love and for the souls that he may want to save through her. Looking this way at the cross, it becomes light and easy to carry. One loves because in it one finds a knot of union with our God crucified for us, and one does not wish anything more than to love and suffer for love. In this way, I ask our Lord to transform your mission works into a multitude of graces and blessings for the souls entrusted to you. Hoping that the Feast of Christmas was a source of happiness and spiritual enjoyment for you, and asking for the new year the best graces and blessings from heaven, I remain united in prayer, Sister Lucy. Coimbra, November 9, 1954. Dear Father Superior, I don't know exactly where this letter will find you, or if you are still around. Let us hope so. Our Reverend Mother told me that you had been at the entrance hall of our convent, but at such a bad hour that due to the fact that we only have one locutory, it was impossible for me to speak to you then. As you must have seen at that moment, the family of a postulant who was coming in had just arrived. Too bad you could not come back later. I would also have liked to say goodbye, since you are going so far away, but our immolation must be complete, that all our steps be marked with the sign of the Lamb's cross. St. John says that he saw in heaven a multitude that followed the Lamb everywhere. I believe that on earth the Lamb has a similar procession that follows him, waving the banner of the cross for his love, until they are incorporated in the eternal procession, singing the hymn of victory. I don't know if you were ever in a Carmelite cell. Too bad you did not come on one of those occasions when the cardinals come in and let others come in as well. You would see then what its best ornament is: one big single wooden cross covering the white of the main wall. When I had the good fortune of entering the Carmelite order, I was led to the cell, and as I was entering it, I fixed my eyes on the big stripped cross that opened its arms to me. Our Reverend Mother Prioress asked me, "Do you know why this cross has no statue?" And without giving me time to answer, she added, "It is so that you may crucify yourself on it." What a beautiful ideal to be crucified with Christ, that he may inebriate me with the gladness of the cross. Here lies the secret of my happiness: not to want or wish for more than to love and suffer for love.